Alrighty, so I know most of you already know the answer to this, but we're going to talk about the new Camilla and whether or not you should be summoning for her. Obviously, I don't think it goes, everybody already knows. Like, she's pretty bad. The obvious answer is no, you should not be summoning for this character, but we're going to go over some of the reasons, go over what the character does just in case you don't know. And we'll go over the banner, I guess, just because, this is part of, kind of the whole thing that we don't really do. But, yeah, we have the new Camilla. She is blue. She is not a new named Camilla. She's not awakened Camilla or anything of interest. She is just basically the red Camilla with a new outfit and a kid, of course. But the problem is her passive. So let's go over the passive first. She has two sets of everything because she's a transforming unit. She's the only regular base game character that is transforming. The only other transforming character we have is Green Aaron from the Attack on Titan collab, but they basically abandoned transforming characters after that because they just didn't work out as well as they were hoping, I guess they would. So, yeah, she has two of everything, basically. So her normal human, or I guess you could say human, she's not necessarily a human, but her humanoid, well, I guess both of them are humanoid. Her human form passive is Power of Instinct. It is at the start of the Knighthood boss battle, increases the hero's ultimate move gauge by 2, and whenever the hero deals damage with a skill, increases the hero's ultimate move gauge by 1. So, obviously, the big kicker there is it's Knighthood boss battle only, which is a guild boss. And this is the second ever character, besides Blue, or, the other one was Blue Elat, that has come out that is specifically made for Knighthood boss battle, which is a very niche game mode in of itself. I mean, people do it because they get rewards out of it and everything, and if you want to be a top guild, people need to, push during push weeks and everything, so that way you can actually get into guild wars and everything. It's kind of just how the top guilds compete and, are able to, participate in guild wars, but Guild Wars is such a niche game mode in of itself, and only X amount of, guilds can even participate in it, to where I would be willing to say 99% of the player base does not have access to it, which means that this character is really not useful to a vast majority of the player base. If you're wondering, the passive for the other one, her transformed, I don't know what to call it, her furry form, I don't know, is Cry of the Beast, and it increases the hero's attack-related stats by 30% in Knighthood boss battle, and whenever an unknown ally deals damage with a skill, increases HP of unknown allies by 12% for 3 turns. So, the fact that this one is so unknown specific, like, why would you make it even more specific on top of it only working in one game mode? But that means that I assume that people are going to be using her, if they do use her, in Belgius, because I think he's one of the only ones where you're kind of forced to stay away from goddess or demon or human teams, because the extra swords and stuff like that he has just deal extra damage to those races. But if I'm not mistaken, I think I think all of the really high scoring teams for that one bypass it and just use goddesses anyway, because you get so much HP stats and stuff like that. You just get a ton of score. So she has a Phil's ultimate move gauge, and then she has a buff skill that increases attack related stats of all allies, which is fine, I guess. She has the same ultimate, of course, as the old one, so she transforms, purges allies debuffs, and gets rid of enemy buffs, which is actually kind of cool. Decreases enemies' max HP by 4% for each buff removed, which is pretty niche. She, on transformation, she has an Amplify skill and a Deplete ultimate move gauge skill, and then her ultimate is the same, which is just basically like a big damaging single target attack. No modifier or anything on it. So, I don't know, just an incredibly niche unit. Not good, of course. You should not be summoning for this character. The biggest reasons why you shouldn't be summoning is for, one, you're probably not going to get any use out of this character, and 2, the next banner after this one is going to be the anniversary banner, and we now have that confirmed because in the global patch notes that came out last night, as of the time of this going up, which if you haven't seen, go ahead and check that out. They basically revealed that the banner vote is going to be going live on Thursday. So, we will be voting for what is on the anniversary banner coming up very, very soon. So, the banner itself, unfortunately, it is a 600 banner, which is just devastating. Like, why? Why put this character on that? If she was a 242, like a step-up banner, I would grab a copy of her, just because it's so cheap. She's so niche, even though I wouldn't use her. This is going to be legitimately one of the only banners in the game that I'm choosing to skip at a modern, timeline, because normally I don't even skip banners anymore, even if I don't like the character. I summoned for Red Goddess Elizabeth lately, and that one was luckily not too bad. I think I got her on like 150 into the banner, so it wasn't too bad at all. But I just know that if I end up summoning on this one, I might end up having to go to the 600, and that would just be devastating. Like, this character's so bad, I'm never going to use the character. So yeah, she's a 0.5%, so I mean, you have a decent chance to pull her if you actually get an SSR, but honestly, the catastrophes have kind of just been in the toilet lately anyway. Most of them are either getting old and outdated and are just not good anymore, or they're too niche, or they require other catastrophes to work efficiently, and like I said, most of the catastrophes just aren't good nowadays, so they just keep shafting catastrophes and making them bad relics and stuff like that, so legitimately just not a team that I would recommend you invest into. I guess I could see maybe people wanting to get some of these characters because, unfortunately, catastrophes are only on catastrophe banners. So I'm really surprised they didn't just throw the new Roxy on this banner just to try to bait people. But either way, I guess they made it easier for you. Honestly, all of these characters, except for maybe Halloween Easton, is pretty bad. Like, pretty bad. And even then, Halloween Easton is nothing to write home about. Like, she's okay in the niche scenario where you want to run humans, and you just want a decent backliner who can help drain, prevent, ult rushes and stuff like that, which is kind of nice, but just pretty niche in of herself. Just a really bad time. I really cannot recommend you stay away from this banner enough because it's just not a good time. So either way, I am actually skipping this banner. That means I'll be missing 2 characters now until I maybe eventually pull her, but who knows? I've not been able to pull Blue Hawk and Oslo yet, which is very unfortunate. So we will see how that goes. Hopefully the anniversary is something good, because I know a lot of people are kind of, on the fence about the game at the moment. But, hey, hopefully it'll kind of get hyped up. We can kind of see some cool stuff around the corner. So either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are of the new Camila. I know a lot of people are upset because we've been waiting for a new Camila for a really long time, and they end up giving us a dumpster fire. So, yeah, voice your opinions, I guess, in the comments below. And, yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.